Breaking news. Masked men opened fire at the offices of a controversial newspaper in Paris.
2 armed men entered the building and began opening fire.
There's been a hostage taking at a kosher deli. Meanwhile, those 2 brothers suspected of the attack are holed up and cornered.
Terrorists who traumatized this region for 3 days are dead, but not before leaving 17 innocent lives ended.
Caleb Mueller, an aid worker who died while being held by ISIS.
I really feel that we had a chance to get Caleb out.
Do you feel like our government did enough? The major new offensive launched by ISIS. The U.S.-led coalition is striking back. Are we winning right now?
We're still building the forces. I'm confident we will win.
The Russian passenger plane with 224 people on board crashes in Egypt.
ISIS claimed it had brought down the plane.
Vladimir Putin is vowing to take revenge.
An attack on a Paris-bound train thwarted by 3 Americans.
He seemed like he was ready to fight to the end. So were we.
Do you remember Spencer leaning over you and helping you?
Spencer, I'd just like to tell you thanks for saving my life.
Today marks the promise of a new day for the United States and Cuba.
For the first time in 54 years, an American flag will be raised at the U.S. Embassy in Havana.
Devastating earthquake in Nepal.
This is the race against time. Brick by brick, the desperate dig to find survivors.
A growing crisis overseas. Migrants trying to escape their war-torn homelands, attempting to get to Europe.
President Obama is strongly defending that controversial deal to halt Iran's nuclear program.
It is a good deal.
You guys have been bamboozled, and the American people are going to pay for that.
Bamboozled, outmaneuvered, outnegotiated. Were you fleeced?
There's a lot of politics going on now.
Breaking news. This comes out of France, where a Germanwings passenger plane has crashed.
Disturbing new detail. The co-pilot intentionally crashed the plane into the mountains.
The terror group ISIS claims responsibility for unprecedented attacks in Paris in 6 separate but coordinated bombings and shootings.
The scene of the worst carnage at the Bataclan Theater.
Witnesses say they saw these shooters arrive inside and begin firing indiscriminately.
An international manhunt is now underway.
Police carried out a deadly raid. The suspected ringleader is in fact dead. The soul of the city is intact. They have heavy hearts, but they are not going to succumb to fear.
It seems another week, another tragic mass shooting.
9 people killed in an unthinkable crime in Charleston, South Carolina. What does it say about us that in 2015 somebody walks into a church and then shoots them one by one?
And he said, "Shut up. Did I shoot you yet?" He said, "I'm not going to. I'm going to leave you here to tell the story."
The still active scene in Lafayette, Louisiana, where a gunman opened fire inside a crowded movie theater.
I'm not sure why this man chose my movie to end these 2 beautiful lives.
Breaking news out of Virginia. A television reporter and a photojournalist shot and killed as they conducted an interview live on the air this morning. I have rarely seen something as it developed like this that takes my breath away.
It started off as an ordinary day at Umpqua Community College when the gunman opened fire carrying out his vicious attack.
Says he shots with him. He's in the classroom.
Why does this keep happening?
We've become numb to this.
A 57-year-old man behind bars this morning after a deadly shootout at a Planned Parenthood clinic.
Breaking overnight, a young married couple unleashing gunfire at an office holiday party, killing at least 14 people.
What did she describe? The bullet was flying all over the place.
The female shooter pledged her allegiance online to the leader of the Islamic State.
This was an act of terrorism designed to kill innocent people.
The U.S. has already seen more mass shootings than days in the year.
Yo, get off me, yo.
It has been a night of chaos, violence, lawlessness in Baltimore over the death of Freddie Gray.
There are areas of the city that literally look like battlefields.
This is the scene of a deadly Amtrak derailment in Philadelphia.
Just down the road behind me, you can see the tangled mess of cars, tracks, power lines.
There were people screaming and bleeding.
The White House awash in a full rainbow in celebration of the Supreme Court's historic ruling on same-sex marriage.
We've made our union a little more perfect.
A defiant county clerk in Kentucky is behind bars this morning for refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples.
Why? Whose authority?
Under God's authority.
Pope Francis waking up in the U.S. for the first time this morning after being greeted by the president, the vice president, and an adoring crowd.
It is a unique and historic moment. The first opportunity for so many Americans to see this Pope in person.
For me, don't forget.
The desperate search to find and capture 2 inmates involved in a brazen prison break.
This prison break right out of a Hollywood script.
New questions swirl around Joyce Mitchell and whether she helped them hatch their plan.
I knew I was in way over my head.
There have been reports that your wife fell in love with one of these inmates.
She didn't know if I loved her anymore, she said.
The nightmare is finally over.
I'm not the monster that everybody thinks I am.
The notorious Mexican drug lord El Chapo. I thought that prison break in upstate New York was impressive.
Wow.
El Chapo has this mile-long tunnel that had ventilation, a rail car.
The death of Cecil the Lion has ignited controversy around the world. The doctor behind it now in hiding.
Tens of millions of email addresses belonging to Ashley Madison customers available for all to see now on the internet.
Millions of marriages and reputations could be very much at stake this morning.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question.
A prominent NAACP leader under fire, accused by her own family of lying about being black.
Are you an African American woman?
I identify as black.
New England Patriots are at the center of a controversy.
They're calling this Deflategate. Did the New England Patriots doctor the footballs their team used in that big win over the Colts here over the weekend?
Is Tom Brady a cheater?
I don't believe so. I mean, I feel like I've always played within the rules.
Believe the U.S. women win the World Cup.
It was thrilling, it was stunning, it was amazing.
We are World Cup champions! Bruce Jenner's transition to life as a woman. The former Olympian revealed a new look and name on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Was there an adjustment period for family members?
We all really support him. Is it a hard adjustment? Yes.
There's nothing better in life to wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and feel comfortable with yourself and who you are.
So the song, what is it about?
Hello, just about reconnecting with everyone else and myself. You know, it's in general just hello to everyone. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Gwen and Blake, is it good to just be out in the open now?
Next question.
I like your suit.
Thank you. I like your movie.
Oh my God, thank you.
So funny.
Stop. What was your favorite part?
All of it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll have what he's having.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being happy and 10 being over the moon, how happy are you not to be running for anything?
Not as happy as Michelle.
I just constantly think of how proud I am of him, that he's able to carry the weight of the world, but still, you know, find time to be my husband.
I bet Jennifer loves this because all of the spotlight gets to be on those ladies you love.
There's just nothing like sharing the spotlight or anything else with your sisters and your mom.
I knew through the surgeries that he was on my side and that this wasn't something where I was going to feel less of a woman because my husband wasn't going to let that happen.
You know there are a lot of rumors out there right now, and you would like to address them head on.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive. It's a hard 3 letters to absorb.
So are we talking about lawsuits filed against you here, Charlie? Are we talking about shakedowns?
We're talking about shakedowns.
Are you still paying some of these people?
Not after today, I'm not.
The fans let me know we can't wait for you to come back. We can't wait for you to come back. I can't wait to make them laugh again.
You know what would be a nice way to thank them? One day walking down those stairs again on Saturday Night Live.
I promise you. I promise you. I'm back. It feels so good to be here.
the race begin.
I am announcing.
I am proud to announce.
I am officially running.
I'm a candidate.
I announce my candidacy
for President
of the United States.
Question being raised about why Hillary Clinton used a personal email account only during her tenure as Secretary of State.
Secretary Clinton said she did this for convenience.
I don't think convenience should trump national security.
It's a story that just won't go away.
Did you like the survey?
What, like with a cloth or something? Do you get how bad it looks? It was allowed, and I've said it wasn't the best choice.
The American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too.
Frontrunner Hillary Clinton does have one less thing to worry about.
I believe we're out of time. The time necessary to mount a winning campaign.
We put together a Benghazi special committee.
You're scheduled to testify before that committee.
That's right.
Do you think it should be disbanded?
They've admitted it's a political, partisan committee for the sole purpose of going after me.
High stakes at the Benghazi hearing.
I've thought more about what happened than all of you put together.
NBC News has learned that House Speaker John Boehner will resign from Congress.
This isn't about me. It's about the people. It's about the institution.
The speakership, it's a powerful job, and yet you don't have people falling all over themselves to fill it.
The place is impossible to run right now.
The Paul Ryan era is underway on Capitol Hill.
Now more than ever, we must work together.
Donald Trump is riding the wave to the lead of a crowded Republican field.
When Mexico sends its people, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
I don't mean to be funny about this. You're losing in the polls to the host of Celebrity Apprentice.
Target Trump. The Republican candidates for president take on the frontrunner and pull no punches.
Mr. Trump doesn't have a proven conservative record.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs and disgusting animals.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Look at that face, Trump's quoted as saying. Would anyone vote for that?
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
Do you think you're setting the right example as someone who's running for the highest office in the land?
Every poll said that I'm the best leader by far.
We got to wake up. We cannot elect somebody that doesn't know how to do the job.
Another day, another new poll with Donald Trump in the lead.
It seems so hard for anyone to get attention. How do you break out?
It's a marathon.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
He's a chaos candidate, and he'd be a chaos president.
You can't deny his impact on politics, whether you like it or you don't like it.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.